just got me some Subway. Gonna go do my... Oh. I guess I forgot the event. Yes, the event that's the exact same as the supply event every time. Okay. I guess we'll make a video on it. Alright, guys, this is Matt the Joker from Kingdom 1576, and we are going to do a quick video on the current events and for Family Week. As you know, if you're watching on Twitch or if you're in our Discord, I have a shitload of homework, but I was asked to do this video, and it's an easy video to make, so here we are. So let's get with the first, the very first event is the Garden of Infinity. As a free-to-play player, fuck this event, Nothing really else to say. Do your free spin, and that's it. You'll never touch this again. Basically ever, I don't think. The next one we're going to look at is Race Against Time. If you want to do this properly as a free-to-play player, it's very difficult to rank, but if you want to rank, what you need to do is you need to get a group of friends to all hunt barbarians with you, so you all hit the same targets 5 at a time. You need to do it in a huge field of barbarians, and maybe you could do well. It's a difficult... this event is basically made for whales. If you want to try and get in the top 100, get a sculpture or two, you do you, but it'll be difficult at best. The next thing we're going to look at is Arabia. So take a quick look at Arabia, gather resources, buy things in the courier station. Highlights here is that it gives you action point pots for purchasing things in the courier station, which are pretty good. And if you want to know what to buy, you go over to Oasis of Hope. First, you buy gold keys, then you buy buy bars, and then you buy sculptures, generally. If you're pretty far into the game, 60-minute speed ups might be better than buy bar sculptures, but it's like a 10-hour difference, and you buy keys. There's a lot of different shit you can do. Generally, you want gold keys, buy bars. If you have an expertise, then you can try and look into other things, but that's the general consensus if you have an expertise in them. Founder of Civilization, if you're a free-to-play player, this should be fucking done. This is a no-brainer. I don't know if everybody has this, but if everybody does, you should just do this event. It's free stuff for doing what you're already going to do. And then Mighty Army is a no-brainer. Highlights here are going to be the gold key and the action point recovery pots for killing barbs. There should never be a day where you miss any of this. It's free speed ups, it's free gold keys, free action points, do it. Okay, so for the meat of this video, what you're here for is for the Family Week. So this is the slightly shittier variant of a seasonal event, like the spring event, and this has a group tree instead of a solo tree, right? So your alliance is basically going to fill this up basically ASAP, right? There's no way an alliance doesn't finish this. If you want to be helping out your alliance, the way you do it is you do what you did in the spring event, you do what you do in the supply event. So the first thing I'm going to cover is map collection or gathering nodes. You want to gather nodes in 100,000 increments and check your device about once every 15 minutes to do it over and over again. So if we take a quick look at my own gathering, okay, you'll see that all of my prerequisites have their load at 100,000. You can do this to very easily send out marches and make it a lot less tedious for yourself. So these are my preset marches. I use Ishida for food, I use Gaius for food, I use Centurion Ciandiac for gold, I use Constance Joan for wood, and I use Sarka Cleo for stone. Next is chaining barbs. If you want to chain barbs for this event, which I don't think this event is necessarily crucial for chaining barbs, but if you're going to chain barbs anyway, you might as well do it now. You want to go for 2 or 3 at a time. Don't go overboard. Just get a couple at a time. There's no reason to just absolutely break your back with something when you're not going to be able to spend down your AP regardless. AP runes will also help you. It's called a Rune of Cythenia. A 15% Rune of Cythenia over the course of 4 hours is worth 65 AP. You can collect it 2, almost 3 times before it disappears. So, it's 195 AP for picking up a rune. So if you see those, pick them up. And I wouldn't spend AP at all in this event, if I'm being honest. Generally for seasonal events, I'd say don't spend AP until the last day until you know how much you need. But in this event, there's just no real point, right? You might be able to cash some stuff in for Bound Together, but it's not enough. And the reason why I say it's not good enough is because if these were not jewels, but instead portraits, and you could get 60-minute speed ups from this would be feasible. But you can't. You're gonna max all of this very, very, very easily. And then you'll be getting resource pack A's, which fucking blows. Also, the permanent skin is... Let's see if the permanent skin is worth it. So the King's Cottage is 5% infantry defense and -5 cavalry defense. If you don't have an infantry skin, this is okay, I guess. If you've been playing since last December, you have the Gingerbread House, which is empirically better with infantry health. Number one, you know, cavalry and infantry are basically the open field commanders. Like, if you're using some archers in the open field, it's not going to be a lot, and you're going to have like 1 to 2 marches. It's not really going to be hurting each other. Versus like infantry and cavalry are both hitting the field simultaneously generally. So this is a bad skin because number one, it doesn't give health, and it's a bad skin because number two, it takes out cavalry attack. And also, it's going to cost you 10,000 gems if you're a free-to-play player like me, which I assume you are. I would take your jewels that you get for free, and I would buy a legendary commander sculpture, and then I would probably buy a 60-minute speed up in the shop. I mean, just max everything out. I would get the 7-day King's Cottage as a max out too, just because you're gonna have so many things. The King's Cottage 7 days. I mean, I don't know what it's gonna be used for, but it's gonna be more useful than like 10,000 resources. It's kind of hilarious how little they give you for this. So overall, don't use AP on the event. Follow the same things that you did in the supply event and the spring event. And have a great one, guys. If you want to join the Discord and ever ask me a question because, you know, you're like, oh my god, he's not online, he's not on Twitch. You know, you can follow my Twitch in the link below. You can follow and hop on Discord in the link below. And yeah, I'm basically always on there. Have a great one, guys. Good luck in your events and events. And